All right, everyone. Hello, 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 hello to each and everyone who has been attending my second live streaming session. So, how many of you are excited and are ready to see with me how the markets have been performing and how the markets have been performing till date? So, how many of you are excited and are eager to gain value from today's live stream session? If yes, let me know your answers in the comment section below. I hope all of you are having a fabulous afternoon, and I'm sure with the anticipation of the upcoming weekend, I am very much, certain that people are going to be joyful, people are going to be happy, people are going to pay attention. So, to all of those who are ready to pay attention in my live stream session and Harsha's second live stream session, let me know in the comment section below. And please excuse me for me coughing. I haven't been keeping well because of viral that has been taking place in the city. And but I will be definitely making sure to provide with as much of value, as much of content that can add value to your lives, right? And in terms of making profits as well. So if you are all excited and if you are all eager to get onboarded onto this session and are eager to learn, always let me know in the comment section below. So, starting today with today's second live streaming session, let me give a quick introduction about myself. My name is Harsh. I have 8 years of trading experience. I've been trading the markets for the last 8 years, and I am a trader who has been having experience in the forex markets, in the commodity markets like oil, gold, silver, as well as the US based industry markets. We have the S&P 500, the Dow Jones 30, and the Nasdaq 100. We are also looking at the Indian share market, whereby we are analyzing the blue chip indices such as Nifty and Sensex, as well as for looking for trade recommendations in the individual Indian stocks. I am a technical trader specializing in technical analysis. So we have supply and demand, price action, order flow analysis, swing analysis, wave analysis, Fibonacci, retracement analysis. So all the concepts of technical analysis that I've mentioned as of now would be my prime focus. I have been blessed and I'm grateful to be a part of a group of members who had initially worked as floor traders on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. So, under the guidance, I have been grateful enough to gain immense knowledge and experience when it comes to the financial markets. I have also been successful in handling $25 million worth of portfolio. And on top of that, I have also been able to achieve a consistent profitability between 30 to 35% on an annual basis, correct? So why is Harsh sharing all this information with you? Can you let me know in the comment section why am I sharing all this information with you? I am sharing all this information with you so that you all our community members can be rest assured that the information that Harsh is providing is being provided by someone who has the experience, the knowledge, as well as the expertise when it comes to the financial markets. So, how many of you are ready to learn from Harsh? If yes, let me know in the comment section below. Remember, I'm going to be your mentor, your guide, your teacher, your professor, your friend when it comes to the financial markets. If you have any doubts, any queries, you can always get back to me and I will try my best to provide you with the required answers. All right. Does that sound good? If yes, let me know in the comment section below how you all are feeling. All right. So, why are we having these live stream sessions? Can anyone let me know what is the main purpose of us to have these live streaming sessions? Or let me ask you, what is the objective that you all are attending these live stream sessions? If you have the answers ready with you, let me know in the comment section below. So people are saying yes, we are having the objective of learning. Yes, I can see people are writing they want to learn. Some people are writing they want to earn. Wow, that is great. Correct. How many of you want to learn? Let me know in the chat box. And how many of you want to earn? Let me know in the chat box as well. So people are saying yes, we want to learn and earn. So more of them are saying earning, correct? So that is the main context. Everyone who is being a part of these live stream sessions are coming with the main objective of making money, correct? Am I correct? Yes or no? Let me know in the comment section below. So if people are coming with the main objective of making money, you have come exactly to the right place. You have come to the right source. We have been diligently showcasing our profitability when it comes to the Indian stock market. All right, how many of you are aware of this? And how many of you are not aware of this? Let me know your answers and your reactions in the comment box below. We have been doing quite well, right? Over the span of over 3 months, we have been consistently providing our viewers, our clients, our community members with hot stock recommendations, right? How many of you are aware what hot stock recommendations are? Let me know in the chat box below. So hot stock recommendations are money making strategies. People who follow our hot stock recommendations can be making a good amount of money. So overall, we have been sitting at a cumulative profitability of 237%, right? Isn't the returns that you are seeing on your screen fantastic, fabulous? If yes, let me know your answers and your reactions in the comment section below. So just based on the month of December, remember we still have 5 days for the month of December to continue. And as you can see, we have been sitting at a 41% cumulative profitability, right? Let me just show it to you with the facts. So in terms of the trades that have been closed in the month of December, because many people want to see results, correct? And that is what I want to showcase to you as well. So many people want to see our results, and we have been doing quite diligently, right? I hope I've taken all the data points that are required. Let me just double check it, and I will let you know. So we want to make sure that we are showcasing our client with real and authentic data, right? All the data, all the trades that you can see on your screen are based on real-time analysis, right? So how many of you can see my screen? Let me know if you cannot see or if you have any doubts, right? Just based in the month of December, we have taken over seven trades resulting in an average profitability of 5. Yeah, sometimes the market gives us much more than what we expect, so rather than making 5, there are instances in the market when we are able to make much more, right? Cumulatively we are sitting at 41. I'm sure everyone can see my screen, and we have been doing quite phenomenally well with the yellow highlighted trades. As you can see on your screen, the yellow highlighted trades are the ones that have been closed most recently. I'm talking about the trades that have been closed just based on last week, right? So we want to showcase our profitability, our credibility when it comes to making money in the stock market, correct? How many of you want to make money in the stock market? If yes, let me know your answers in the comment section below. And if you want to make money, you have to be you have to take you need to take the support of people who are generating money in the markets, right? And we have been doing that quite phenomenally well. So The last week, we are sitting at a 10% profitability, and based on the current month of December, we have been sitting at a cumulative profitability of 41%. How many of you would love to make these kind of returns on your own trading accounts? Everyone is saying, yes, Harsh, of course, we want to make these kind of returns. And let me tell you the secret. It is possible for all of you to make these kind of returns. All you have to do is follow my two requisites, right? I have only two instructions that need to be followed. Who wants to know the two instructions that Harsh is providing you in terms of making money? Right? Everyone is saying, yes, Harsh, we want to know what is the secret or what are the instructions or the prerequisites for making money in the markets. Requisite number one or instruction number one, make sure you are attending all my live streaming sessions, because we are going to be providing you with our live stream sessions 5 days a week. All right, and each day I personally will be making sure to provide you with 3 live streaming sessions, so you can believe the power that Harsh is providing to you, right? 15 live streaming sessions in a week at your disposal when the markets are running. Like right now, the markets still have 1 hour for the markets to continue and close, even when the markets are running. And as and how I come across a hot stock recommendation, I will be making sure to provide you with all the necessary details, right? Whenever we have a hot stock, we provide you with the name of the stock, the target, or sorry, the entry parameter, where which price level to enter, the 5% target profit, as well as the position sizing, right? So our main focus are going to be based on the parameters mentioned. For those of you who have been asking, what about the first position target and second position target? We do provide you with additional targets which are long term based. But over the span of the last 3 months, we have been seeing that it is better for us to provide you with hot stock recommendations that can make you consistent profit, right? So, how many of you want to make consistent profits? If yes, let me know in the comment section below. People are saying, yes, of course, we want to make consistent profit. Who does not want to make consistent profit, correct? So, for those of you who want to make consistent profits, we have been showing it to you based on the detailed record keeping of the last 3 months of trades. Remember, we have taken not one, not two, not three, but overall 38 trades have been taken and closed at an average profitability of 5. Now, how many of you are aware why we are focusing on the 5% take profit level? Can you let me know in the comment box below, why are we focusing on the 5% take profit level? We are focusing because we have been observing, analyzing, and have researched the markets quite thoroughly, and we have seen that the 5% profitability target has been consistent in terms of generating profits, right? So I hope everyone is clear what is the objective of these live stream sessions, what value we are able to provide you, whether it's based on market analysis, whether it is based on hot stock recommendations, whether it is based on education. You are getting a very concise and high value content that covers all the 3 sectors that need to pay attention to, correct? How many of you are agreeing with me, and how many of you would want to be a part of dolphin markets? If you want to be a part of dolphin markets, you have to be aware that since the value of our content is of high quality, we will be focusing on VIP clients. All right. Who of you are aware of what VIP clients stand for? I'm not asking you of the full form. I'm asking you what is the outcome for people for VIP clients, or what is the objective of VIP clients, right? The VIP clients, right? The very important people clients are going to be those who are willing to be a part of dolphin markets, who are willing to subscribe to Harsh's live stream sessions, who are willing to take trades on your account. Remember, we are providing you with trade recommendations in the Indian share market. We ourselves are not affiliated with any of the Indian brokers, right? We are providing you with our recommendations, and believe it, we have been great. We have been very great in terms of providing consistent profitable trades, right? If we had provided you with just one, two, or three trades which might have made profit, that is not the case, right? We are providing you with regular trades, right? 38 trades have been taken over the last 3 months. That comes to around 12 to 13 trades per month. And that has been phenomenal. So we are consistent and we are regular in providing you with hot stock recommendations that are able to generate money. So remember, since the value of a content is top notch, very high quality information is being provided to you, we want to make sure that only people who are taking action should be receiving the benefits of our live stream sessions. So until now, we have kept the doors open for everyone and anyone who wants to be a part of our live stream sessions. But moving ahead, next month onwards, we will be shifting from the public live stream sessions to the private live stream sessions. All right. And those who have been onboarded onto Dolphin Markets, those that have been a part and have subscribed to Harsh's streaming channels and our services, only those will be making money, right? So I want all of you to take the opportunity to be a part of Dolphin Markets and to subscribe to Harsh's live stream sessions, because that is where I would be making sure to provide you with more and more upcoming hot stock recommendations as well as education, right? We have been discussing quite intensively based on trading logic in the past couple of sessions, and we have been showcasing up our viewers, our community members, that it's not just about making money in the markets, it's providing with valuable education as well, right? Making money is easy for us in the markets. All you have to do is be a part of Dolphin Markets and keep taking the trades on your trading accounts, right? When it comes to learning, we are not just providing you with basic technical fundamental education content. We are providing you with high value advanced level concepts that can clarify or can get you a broader perspective in terms of how the markets are moving, why the markets move the way they have to move, and how we can capitalize money, because we have been capitalizing money. So if you be a part of our live stream sessions, I'm sure that you can be making money, that you can be capitalizing on your trading account as well. Does that sound good? If yes, let's move on for today's session, where we will be looking at what has been the overall sentiment in the market and what has been how is the hot stocks performing. We have certain we have certain hot stock recommendations that have been running in the market. All right, so we will be having a look at that as well. So let us start quickly with the one and only Critical Industries. Now, how many of you have trades that are running on Critical Industries? If yes, let me know your answers in the comment section below. And for all of those who have attended or who have joined lately to my live stream sessions, I just want to make sure that I've not been keeping well because of the flu that has been going in the city. But nonetheless, I will try my best to provide you with high value content, right? Because, like I say to all my viewers and to all my community members, when Harsh is here, there is nothing to fear, right? How many of you agree with that? If you do agree, let me know in the comment box below. So looking at Critical Industries, I'm pretty sure everyone is aware. So those of you who have taken trades on Critical Industries, good job, right? It is just a matter of time that the markets will start to appreciate in value. All right. We had provided you with an entry between 170 and 175, right? How many of you had taken trades? If yes, let me know your answers in the comment section below. So based on the parameters that we had provided you with the particular entry on Kriti on 11th of December, right? So it's been approximately 2 weeks and a couple of days that have been since the trade has been running. So looking at it from the overall perspective, We have been seeing that the markets have been correcting, right? How many of you agree with me? The markets have been more or less correcting. So the markets had a bearish sentiment. Wait, let me use a highlighter. So the markets have been correcting as of now, right? But with the correction taking place, you have to be aware that the prices have started undervaluing, right? The price of a stock that was at around approximately 189 on 29th of November, right? Approximately 1 month prior, 1 month previously. Currently, the markets have reduced in price, coming to 156, right? Approximately. So you can see there has been a huge correction in the markets, right? There has been a huge correction where prices are correcting. Now, how many of you understand what is the major fundamental when it comes to the stock market? Can anyone let me know the answer for this? So the major fundamentals of the stock market is always and always going to be price variations, right? How many of you are understanding? Or price differences, right? Or price fluctuations. How many of you are understanding? Let me know your answers in the comment section below. Whenever there is movement in the stock market, the movement in the stock market is based on price relations or price differences or price fluctuations. The terminologies might be different, but the overall context remains the same. So a stock that had been expensive, right? Approximately at around, let me change the color of the arrow. So when the price of this particular stock, we are talking about Kriti, right? So the price of this particular stock last month was around 190 approximately, and right now it is around 155, right? So there has been a correction of 35 points, right? 35 rupees. So you can clearly see that the markets have been undervaluing, right? Let me type it out for you. The markets are undervaluing. What do you mean by undervaluing? The prices are being reduced. The value of a stock that was at 190 is currently at 155, 157, correct? So there has been a correction, and that is why the price that was expensive in the past is starting to get cheaper. Are you able to understand the context of what I am trying to provide you? So what I'm telling you is, whenever the markets are correcting, remember the markets will be having phases, correct? Phases in terms of whether the market is in a bull phase, a bullish phase, or whether the market is in a bearish phase, or whether the market is in a neutral or sideways phase. Now, whether you use the term trend or sentiment or phase, it ultimately boils down to the same context. So, based on just the last couple of months, right, all the way from mid of September, we have been seeing that the prices have been correcting significantly. Now, have the prices been correcting always for this particular stock? Remember, the markets are fluctuating. So, if you go back in time, you can see that the markets have been appreciating in value, the markets have been depreciating in value, right? When things go up, they need to reverse. When things go down, they need to reverse. So always expect a reversal to take place, because at the end, the underlying factor when it comes to the stock market is price differences. How many of you can let me know what is the underlying factor of price differences? Can anyone let me know what is the underlying factor of price differences? If yes, let me know in the comment section below. So the underlying factor of price differences is going to be supply and demand. All right. How many of you knew it is supply and demand? Now, what causes supply and demand, or what is the reason for supply and demand in the markets? What is the answer, or what is the underlying factor for supply and demand? Let me know your answers in the comment section below. So, the underlying factor for supply and demand is anyone who can let me know the answers? is going to be changes in people's sentiment, right? Psychological sentiment. Whether you want to consider in terms of behavior, whether you want to consider in terms of personality, whether you want to consider in terms of emotions, it is based on the vast um, sentiment of human emotions of people in the market that causes supply and demand in the markets. And because of supply and demand, you have fluctuations in the price, right? So we as traders and analysts want to make sure that we can be making money. So as of now, you can be seeing that the markets are more or less, when they had been bearish, they have reduced the bearish intensity of selling. Now the markets are going sideways. So as of now, prices are in a very important area of support, right? Or a demand zone. How many of you are agreeing with me? If yes, let me know in the comment section below. So we would be expecting for this particular stock to rise in price as well. We had also talked about the significance of RSI, right? How many of you are aware of what RSI is? Anyone who can let me know in the chat box below? So you have to understand that whenever the RSI is being undervalued, right? What do you mean by undervalued? I'm sure everyone can see the two horizontal lines, correct? So the bottom horizontal line, which resonates with the number 30, is called as the undervaluation line. And the horizontal dotted line that you can see above is called as the overvaluation line. So whenever the RSI, which is an oscillator, all right, for those of you who are not aware, RSI is an oscillator, right, fluctuating between the extremes. So whenever the RSI indicator is at the undervalued or overvalued sectors or territories, you can expect a reversal taking place. So if the markets have been undervalued based on the RSI, you can be expecting the markets to correct up. All right, as you can see on the screen. Now, if the markets are overvalued, right, let me show you an example as well. If the markets are overvalued, let me show the example. For example, over here, if the markets are overvalued, as you can see on your screen, the markets will be having a reversal, a possibility of a reversal in the coming days, in the coming time, for prices to reverse and go down. How many of you are understanding this? If you're understanding, let me know in the comment section below. Remember, all the content that we are providing is of high quality. All right, so we want to make sure, and I want to make sure that everyone is paying attention. Everyone, whether you have any doubts, any queries, or if you want to take notes, always make sure to sit with a pen and paper, right? For those of you who are watching on the computers, on the mobiles, if you want to take screenshots or record or do whatever is necessary for you to gain value for your learning purposes, please do make sure. All right, so coming back to Kriti, we are currently sitting at an important area of support and we would be expecting the prices. Please be aware that even as of now, the markets have been in the undervalued, the RSI has approached the undervalued territory. So whenever the prices are approaching the undervalued territory, we would be expecting the prices to continue up, right? How many of you are understanding? If you are understanding, and if you are liking that Harsh has been passionate about teaching you about how the markets are working, let me know in the comment section below as well. All right, so we would be expecting the markets to rise in the coming days. Now let us go and quickly have a look in terms of Annapurna. How many of you have taken trades on Annapurna? Excuse me for my voice because I'm I've not been keeping well, so I've been having a lot of cough, and I'm still trying my best to provide you with information, vital content information. So how many of you have taken trades on Annapurna? If you have taken trades, let me know in the comment section below. Now, based on the trades that we had provided you on Annapurna, remember, the markets are based on probabilities, correct? The markets are not based on certainties. How many of you are aware of that? So if the market is based on probabilities and is not based on uncertainties, we ourselves are letting our customers know that we have been doing quite phenomenally well. So when it comes to the market conditions, we have been making sure to provide you with additional trade ideas, additional hot stock recommendations as well, because we do not what do you call do there is a particular terminology. We do not predict the markets, we speculate the markets, right? How many of you are aware of the differences between prediction and speculation? If you know the answer, let me know in the comment section below. So the major difference between predicting and speculating is that when it comes to prediction, we expect the markets to behave the way we expected them to behave in the future. But when it comes to speculation, we are doing our analysis. Sorry, we are doing our due diligence, but we are always aware that we are not in control of what the markets are going to do. Because we base our hot stock recommendations on probability, right? It is always based on probability that real trading is taking place, right? For those of you who are saying that no, trading is based on taking each and every trade and making good amount of money for every trade, that is not possible, right? Has any one of you come across people telling that they have been 100% profitable? Any one of you, have you come across or heard about people who take trades and all the trades are making money? If yes, I want to know the answers, and if no, let me know that answer as well. So people are saying no, Harsh, we haven't come across anyone who says 100%. Oh, some people have come across who are saying we have been able to make 100%. You have to understand, no one in the markets can make 100% probability, right? Let me write it down. Can achieve. I hope everyone is clear about this. Let me just make sure I can wrap the text so people can see it on the screen. No one in the stock market can achieve 100% profitability. You have to understand the markets are based on probabilities. We overall want to be profitable in the markets, and we have been profitable in the markets, right? So let me ask everyone a question. Do you think it is correct to be right in the markets, or are you here in the markets to make money, to make profits? Let me know your answers in the comment section below. Do you think you need to be right in the markets, or do you think you need to only make money when it comes to the markets? If you have your answers, I would love to know your answers in the comment section below. People are saying yes, Harsh, we want to be making money in the market, right? Some people are saying we want to be right. You have to understand, it's not about being right in the markets, right? Many people, they get confused between the two. What is being right, and what is the difference between being right and making money, right? There are two separate things. Just for everyone's referral and context of what I'm talking, I'm pretty sure everyone has been looking at the stock index, right? And everyone has been telling, look, Harsh, the markets have been falling, right? There has been a correction, right, of approximately 11.5% in the last couple of months, right? How many of you are aware of this? The markets have been correcting quite significantly, right? The markets have been correcting to the downside quite significantly. Now, people think that because the markets are underperforming, because the stocks are underperforming, everyone is losing money. But that is not the case at all. Why is that not the case? Because we have been showing to our viewers and to our community members that it is possible to make money in the markets even when the entire economy is correcting, right? So if you can see, based on the date, let me show you my screen 1 second. based on the last week of September until the mid of November, the markets have been correcting by 11.5%, right? I hope everyone can see my screen. Now, based on the data that we have been providing to you, based on the mid or the end of September, you can see it. All the data has been in front of you. Even though the markets have been in a bearish sentiment or the markets have been correcting, we have been able to make money. So it's not about being right in the markets. If you were going with the analogy that you have to be right in the market, let me say something. Even it's a quote that many people might, be able to connect to, and the quote goes like this: even a dead clock is correct with the time twice a day, right? How many of you understand this particular quote? If you do understand, I want to know your reactions in the comment section below. Even a dead clock, a clock, right, that shows time, even a clock is that is not working or that is dead, even that clock is being able to be right in terms of showing the time twice in a day, right? So that is why it is not important to be right in the markets. It is how you can capitalize the movements in the markets and make money. If you are able to understand, if you understand the significance of what I've just mentioned as of now, I want all of you to write down in the comment section below. So with the markets correcting, we have been proving it that even though the markets are correcting, we have still been making money, right? How many of you are understanding what I am saying? If you are understanding, it would be lovely for all of you to write your comments and reactions in the chat box below. So it is about making money in the market. So coming back to the charts, as I was talking to you, we showed you on Annapurna and Kriti. Let the markets correct. For those of you who have taken trades on IP rings, right? How many of you had taken trades on IP rings, and how many of you have been profitable when it comes to making money in IP rings? I want all of you to let me know your answers in the comment box below. So even with IP rings, everyone is saying yes. Harsh, we have been doing quite phenomenally well when it comes to IP rings, and that is great because we had provided you with entries, with parameters that include entry, the 5% target, as well as the position size. Now, again, I want to reiterate and re-emphasize why we focus on the 5% profitability, right? Since we had provided you with the trade entry parameters, which had been approximately around 28, right? Let me show it to you on our screen. So for for this particular trade that I'm showing you, which is based on IP rings, you can clearly see, right? It's the yellow color marked line. So we had provided you based on 12th of November. The trade had been provided. Yes, it took quite a while, but we were able to make profits, right, on IP ring. And that is why we focus on the 5% profitability. Why do we focus on the 5% profitability? Let me know your answers in the comment section below. We focus on the 5% profitability because we have been seeing time and time again that the prices are able to achieve the 5% profitability before the reverse, right? So prices achieve the 5% target profit consistently, right? That is why we are focusing on the 5%. We had mentioned in terms of where to enter and where to place the 5% profitability, right? How many of you have taken trades for this particular stock, and how many of you have made money? If yes, let me know. We had mentioned you the date, the time, the direction, the entry level, as well as when the prices had achieved the 5% target. I had personally informed all my viewers, all my community members that you need to close the trade. So I'm pretty sure Everyone is listening to what I'm saying, everyone is taking action. So we had mentioned in terms of the price area around 212, right, as you can see on the screen. So based on the price level of 212, right, let me put a horizontal line at the level of 212. Based on the price level of 212, I want to show you the power of 5%, right? How many of you now understand the power of 5% profitability, right? When prices move from our entry area in our desired direction by 5%, that is where we place our targets, and you can clearly see how well we have been providing you. And look at the preciseness of how markets achieve the 5% profitability, and once they attain the 5% profitability, they always reverse, right? So we do not believe in being right, right? Now being right is just being right in the markets is just a matter of perspective, right? How many of you understand by this quote that I've just mentioned? Being right is just a matter of perspective. For someone who is right, someone else can think it is wrong, and vice versa. Someone might think it is wrong, but for another person, it might be right. So, direction or being right in the markets is not the key concern that we need to focus on. It is how we can utilize the significance and the power of price variation or price differences to our benefit, right? We are being retail investors since we have our accounts between a couple of thousand rupees or between 30 crore rupees, right? This is the category of or the segment of valuation that retail investors fall, and retail investors have the power of flexibility. How many of you agree with what I am saying? We being retail traders, we have the obnoxious advantage of having power of flexibility. When you look at the market, when as you can see on the markets on your screen for this particular stock, for example, around 22nd of August, there had been a huge influx of orders in the markets that led to a very significant movement of price, right? Almost a correction, let me show it to you, almost with that price appreciation of 57.6%, right? So with such strong movements, you should be aware that it is not possible by us the retail investors to move markets, right? It is always going to be based on the main funds or the major shareholders who are responsible for moving markets, or the institutions. So as of now, as you can see, as the markets have been correcting, the main funds, the big institutions are the need to accumulate positions, right? Because yes, they have a lot of funds, they have a lot of capital, and they have a lot of liquidity when it comes to them. But because of their immense size in terms of trading capital, they are not always able to find the right buyer or the right seller. So that is why they cannot keep entering and exiting the markets as and how they want. They will always position their orders when it comes to the markets. But that is where we, the retail traders, people like you who are watching this live stream session, you can take advantage of the power of flexibility and capitalize on price movements. Whenever the markets are moving, whichever directions the markets are moving, you have the power to capitalize, right? How many people are understanding? If yes, let me know in the comment section below. So do not worry in terms of IP rings. And I'm sure for those of you who have taken trades and who have closed trades, a huge congratulations. Remember, this is the profit that has been generated just based on last week. So for those of you who have taken the trades on these particular hot stock recommendations, you have already achieved significant profits, and you can utilize these profits for your New Year celebrations, right? It is always lovely to have profits that are being generated into the account, and with big profits come big money, right? And when you can utilize that money for yourself, for your friends, for your family members, so that they can have a good time. That feels amazing, right? How many of you would love to achieve those kind of profits so that you can improve the life of your friends, family, children, siblings, spouses? If you do, let me know your answers in the chat box below. So I hope everyone is understanding what is the importance of the 5% profitability that we keep emphasizing on. If everyone has understood, I want everyone to let me know in the chat box below. So we are going to be looking at the next hotstar recommendation that we are looking, and that is going to be based on Poonawalla. Right? We had talked about Poonawalla time and time again that there has been a huge correction, right, in the market, especially with the last couple of months, right? In the month of October, right? Mid of October, as you can see, October to September, September to October to November, November to December. So based on the last 2 or 3 months, the prices have been more or less correcting, right? How many of you are understanding this? Can anyone let me know why the prices of this particular stock had fallen down so significantly? Can any one of you let me know in the chat box below? So the reason for the massive, I'm sure many of you might be aware, but for those of you who are not aware, I want to make sure that everyone, all our community viewers, our community members are gaining knowledge, right? So do not worry for those who already know the answer. I want the answers from those who haven't been aware of this particular hot stock that we had shared. Only for those ones who have not, who have joined recently in our live streaming sessions, I want you all to let me know in the chat box what is the reason for the massive fall that you have seen on Poonawalla. Can you let me know why there has been such a significant fall in the prices of Poonawalla based on the last couple of months? Why the prices have been falling? All right, so we have been getting answers, and people are saying yes because of bad earning reports. Very good. So people are paying attention. So that is a good sign. First and foremost, you have to be aware that since the last year onwards, there has been a significant decline in the performance of Poonawalla, right? Even though the values of ROE, that is return on equity, or ROA, that is, anyone who can let me know what ROA is return on assets, right? Even though the parameters of ROE, ROA, and EPS have been rising, but there are reasons for prices to correct, right? You can see based on the last week to the last year, the performance of this particular stock has been declining, right? It has been underperforming. So you have to be aware that the major reason has been because of the quarterly two results, right? So they had reported a significant loss of 471 crores for the quarter, which is very different to the profit that had been made. A profit of 860.17 crores had been made in the last year, and in the previous in the last same time period. But just based on the last quarter, the company had disclosed that they had made significant losses. So people needs to be aware that even when the data is showing good amount of bullish sentiment in the markets, due to certain economic factors, whether they are microeconomic factors or whether they are major economic factors, can have a significant impact on the price of the stock. How many of you are understanding? If you are understanding, let me know in the comment section below. Now let me show you the power of what RSI holds for this particular stock as well. How many of you would love to know what are the turning points of this stock, right? So who wants to know when the stock can turn in the past or in the future? So using the power of RSI, you can clearly see that whenever the RSI approaches the undervalued territory, right? Whenever the RSI crosses below the 30 mark level, that indicates that the prices are being undervalued. Whenever the prices are being undervalued based on the RSI, we will always expect in the coming time for the prices to appreciate. So we as technical analysts are always informing that If the market has reacted a particular way in the past, there is huge probability for the markets to react in the same manner in the same manner in the coming days as well. So if the RSI value has been undervalued, we will definitely be expecting the prices to correct, because any stock that is listed on the exchange, right? Since we are talking about the Indian stock market, for any stock that is listed on the National Stock Exchange or the Bombay Stock Exchange, has to go through a lot of scrutiny, right? It is not easy for any company to be listed on the stock exchange. You need to have the capital, you need to have the right management, you need to have the credibility and accountability of SEBI, right? The Securities and Exchange Board of India. They need to have a thorough analysis of how your company is performing, what are the future projections, and it is very intricate, complex, and very thorough when it comes to their due diligence. So, if a company is being listed on the National Stock Exchange or the Bombay Stock Exchange, you must be aware that the company holds potential. So, if the value of the stock is being provided to you at a cheaper rate, the smart money, right? Anyone can let me know what do you mean? What do you mean by smart money? For those of you who know smart money, please let me know your answers or comments in the chat box below. So, smart money is basically the financial institutions, the people who can make the markets move. Now, I have a question for all of you, right? And the question is this: when the prices in the past had been falling significantly, right? Let me show it to you. Now, based on 25th of October, there had been a huge correction in the movement of prices, right? Why did the prices keep falling down, right? We already know the answer because of the quarterly earning reports, right? The second quarterly earning reports where the company had disclosed a huge loss, right? Now, if they had disclosed a huge loss, the prices have fallen down. Am I correct till here? If everyone is understanding till this point, let me know in the comment section below. So if the prices have been correcting, shouldn't the prices have kept correcting? Why did the prices stop at 297, right? The price level where where the arrow is marked. Why did the prices stop till approximately 297 or 296? Why didn't the prices keep going down all the way to 250, 150? So you have to understand the market is always based on the sentiment of investors and traders. When there are huge corrections taking place in the market, people are scared, people are skeptical, people are afraid that the market will tank and the stock will be out of business, the company will run out of business. But that is not at all the reality, because after that you can see that even though the markets had corrected, you can clearly see based on the data that the markets had risen up. So it is about making money in the market. What falls will correct, what corrects will fall, right? The market is as simple as that. So people who thought that the markets are going to crash and the stock is going to, this particular company is going to go out of business, they were completely wrong, because within the next couple of days, right? One, two, three, four, five. So within the next 5 days after the stocks had corrected, the prices had shot up exactly to where the prices had fallen down from, correct? I hope people are understanding this particular concept, why the markets move the way they move. So now, as you can see, even though the correction has taken place around the 316 price level, remember that area is very significant when it comes to a structure or a concept that is called as demand zones, right? We will be talking more in detail about demand zones, supply zones, but that will be at a later stage. So you have to understand, whenever prices come into key areas of support, resistance, demand zones, flip zones, prices will be having a tendency. So we as traders want to have higher probability, right? We need to have confluence in our favor. How many of you are aware of what confluence is? If you know the meaning of confluence, let me know in the comment section below. The meaning of confluence is getting as much of probability in our favor. So we have, how many confluences do we have on this particular trade? We have the first confluence that price is in a very clear area of demand zone, confluence number one. We have the indication that prices are at the undervalued territory based on the RSI, correct? Confluence number two. Any other confluences that you would want to provide me? Let me know in the comment section below. Anyone else? What other confluence can you provide me? I will also show you based on moving average, right? We think moving averages are simple and basic, but actually they hold a lot of significance. So whenever the prices are away or below the moving average for consistent number of days, there will always come a point in time where the prices will reverse. All right. So we have three confluences on this particular stock, and it is only a matter of time before the prices start to appreciate in value. How many of you are able to understand? If you're understanding, let me know your answers and reactions in the chat box below. So it's only a matter of time, and we will let you know what will be required, right? So moving ahead, we are looking at Hindustan Oil Limited, and currently, as you can see, even on Hindustan Oil Limited, since the prices have been correcting, right? We had informed all our viewers, all our community members that there is more or less still good amount of bearishness that is prevailing in the oil market, correct? How many of you are aware why there is so much of bearishness in the markets? Why the markets have been correcting all the way from 2nd of August, why there has been such a strong correction in the markets. There has been a strong correction in the markets because of uncertainty in the markets, right? With a lot of geopolitical uncertainties that are going across the globe because of FII, DII data, right? The foreign institutional investors are still pulling out funds from the economy, as well as correction in the international crude oil prices. So let me just quickly show you the Nifty oil and gas sector, and you have been seeing that the Nifty oil and gas sector has been correcting itself. So if the international crude oil prices are correcting, let me show that to you as well. When we're talking about the international crude oil prices, we are going to be mainly focusing on US oil, right? United States oil or Western Texas intermittent Western Texas oil, right? It's also called as US oil or crude oil. So even if there has been a strong correction in the international crude oil markets, in the Indian oil sector, oil and gas sector, so it is going to be having a very similar effect on the individual stocks as well. But nonetheless, we are again very much aware. Sorry, we are very much aware that the prices are getting undervalued, right? Based on the RSI. Whenever the prices have reached to an undervaluation based on RSI, the prices have more or less gapped, have reacted and have started to become bullish. Whenever the markets are approaching the oversold territory, right? Whenever the markets are approaching the oversold territory, the price is always correct. So utilize the power of the content that I'm providing, because this is going to be making sure for you to make good amount of money when it comes to the stock market, right? We are not just basing our predictions on random trades or random indicators. We are providing you with a very thorough and detailed analysis, right? When it comes to providing you with content. So, how many of you are understanding, and how many feel that yes, Harsh is providing us with a lot of value, with a lot of value? If I am providing our community members with a lot of value, I want to know your answers in the comment section below. Looking at Gilday Plastic, I'm pretty sure everyone has taken trades. How many of you has taken trades on Gilday Plastic? If yes, let me know your answers in the chat box below. Because on Gilday Plastics, we have been providing you with not one not two, but five trades have been provided on DDF Plastic, and we have been generating an overall profitability of 28. So for those of you who have the first entry still running, you had to be aware, and we had provided you with all the requirements in terms of letting you know that when the prices were approaching significant areas of resistance, right? Let me mark it for you. When the prices had approached significant areas of resistance, we had informed our clients that it is high time that you can close all the positions because your average price would have been reduced, and the orange dotted line was the average price. So around 29th of November, end of November, we had stressed our clients to close all the positions so that they could exit at break even, right? Or slight profit. These are the terminologies that we would be using quite often. So anyone who is aware of what break even is, break even is where you're not losing but you're not making also, right? So ultimately it's not about being right, it is about making money consistently. So those of you who have taken trades on delay plastic, I'm sure most of you would have made good amount of money, correct? In terms of RBL Bank, I'm sure people would have been following our hot stock recommendations on RBL Bank as well. When it comes to RBL Bank, we had provided you with two trading recommendations, and the second, the most recent recommendation, had made us not 5% but 10% profitability, correct? So make sure that you are not just taking one trade. We want you to take all the trades for that particular stock which is running. How many of you are understanding what I'm saying? If you are understanding, let me know in the comment section below. And last but not the least, I think it's going to be Muthoot Finance. So how many of you have trades that are currently running on Muthoot Microfinance, right? The prices have more or less again have started to accumulate around an important key support area, which is going to be around the 180 price level. Currently, even based on the RSI, if in the past the RSI has shown undervaluation, and we have been seeing time and time again that the prices will start to appreciate, we are encountering a similar scenario where the prices have been undervalued, correct? So if the RSI showcases undervaluation, we expect the prices to correct to the upside. We have stressed a lot of importance on RSI, and I'm sure by now every one of you have understood the significance of RSI, right? So even in terms of Muthoot Finance, for those of you who have taken trades, I hope you have taken all the trades on Muthoot Finance, correct? If you have taken all the trades on Muthoot Finance, let me know your answers in the comment section below. We had provided you with two entries, with the first entry still going against us, but the second entry had made us a decent profit of 5%. So even when the markets are correcting, we are still being able to take more trades and make more profits, correct? So I hope everyone is here. Everyone here who is attending the live stream sessions is coming with the objective of making profits, and that is exactly what we have been providing to all of you. All right, how many of you are understanding? If yes, let me know in the comment section below. So let us quickly have an overall outlook. The markets are going to be closing in the next approximately in the next 7 minutes. So we have to be aware of what the overall index has been showing, right? As of today, the markets have been more or less sitting sideways, right? The movement of markets for today have been sideways, but the markets have been more or less sitting on a neutral sentiment. Why is the market sitting on a neutral sentiment? Could anyone let me know why is the market sitting on a neutral sentiment? Come on, answer me. I want to know your answers. So the market is setting on a neutral sentiment because of a reduction in liquidity, right? So quickly, let's have a look at what the overall sentiment has been as of 3 o'clock this afternoon. So The Indian indices have risen slightly, basically driven by auto and financial stocks, with the benchmark seeing a modest gain amid lack of major triggers. No important news events as of now, and with the auto and the finance sector that have been showcasing bullish sentiment, the markets have more or less had a slight bullish to a neutral sentiment. In terms of, one second. So, in terms of the other prominent news articles that we are looking at, we have been seeing that more or less because of clouded near-term outlook. So again, in terms of liquidity, the markets have been drying up, or the liquidity in the markets have been reducing significantly, and we have been aware that because of lack of global cues or indicators that the markets have been showcasing, the markets have been bearish, right? I can see Rocky in the house. Hello, Rocky. Good afternoon. I'm happy to see you again in our second live streaming session. And like always, it is always a pleasure having you. A very boring market nowadays. Yes, Rocky, it's because of the market, or a reduction in the market liquidity, or you could call it as trading volume, that the markets have been very insignificant, or are having sideways momentum or sentiment, right? Neutral sentiment. So, yes, there are certain phases in the markets when the markets are moving without a clear direction. And that is one phase that we are currently right now in the last month of December, especially when we are coming closer to the week, to the new year, which is going to take place in the next 5 days. There has been a reduction in trading volume. Most of the bank and institution operators, or hedge fund managers, asset managers, main fund managers, institutions are taking off. So that is why there is a reduction in volume, right? No increase in market. That is exactly what I've said, Rocky. For now, the markets are going to be more or less on a neutral sentiment, right? Hardly the markets have risen by just 0.47% if you're going to be looking at Nifty. So, very insignificant movement. And but people have to be aware that when it comes to the FIs, the net has been positive based on last yesterday's data, right? There has been 2,376 crores, where the net institutions have taken out funds from the economy, and the domestic institutions have added 3,336 crores. So based on the overall sentiment, let us quickly have a look before we wrap up today's second live stream session, right? Overall, if you're looking at the overall sentiment or overall performance of the indices, you can be seeing that more or less the prices have been performing quite well, right? Pharma has been at a significant increase of 1.28%, like we had mentioned in the news article. Auto sector has been doing quite significantly well. So overall, the Nifty 50 has also been subliminally quite neutral, yes, with a slight bearish sentiment as well. But one is in we have to look at the market from different angles, right? So one way of looking is just analyzing how the indices are performing. The other angle in terms of identifying the market movements is by market sentiment. So even though the indices have been performing quite well, or have been having bullish sentiment since today, the market sentiment has still shifted, right? Since yesterday, the market sentiment had been more towards the bearish sentiment. But now there has been a very slight increase in bullishness, but still overall the sentiment of the markets have been bearish. In terms of the FII and DII data, you can clearly see that even based on yesterday's data, right, the FII had resulted in an outflow of 2,376 crores, while the DII, the domestic institutional investors, had added, right, 3,336. So net, we have been at a net appreciation of 959 crores, and overall the index had also closed at a very insignificant zero point 0.1 appreciation. Having said that, it is still bullish. So that is why the sentiment has been shifting from bearishness to bullishness. But as in how we would be looking at the markets, we would be updating you with all the required information, correct? You can still see based on the past data, there is still a huge influx of huge impact of FII that have been pulling out funds from the market. So more or less, the markets have still been correcting, and it is only a matter of time that we would be wanting to see what is the direction. And for any changes on any updates in the market conditions, we will always let you know. If any improvisation has to be made, Harsh will always let you know. Why? Because I keep saying to all my viewers and my clients, when Harsh is here, there is nothing to fear. So I hope everyone had a good amount of learning. Unfortunately, we were not able to provide you with trade recommendations. But you have to understand, when the markets are being neutral or when liquidity decreases, it is okay. It's better to wait and get the best trades possible rather than take trades, take unnecessary trades and lose money. I hope everyone has understood, and make sure to arrive for my third live streaming session where I will be talking about educational content, right? I'm sure everyone is gaining a lot of value from our live stream sessions, whether it is hot stock recommendations or whether it is education content. So keep staying tuned, stay tuned to all my live streaming sessions and be a part so that be a part of our live stream sessions so that you can earn and learn together. So it was great having a good amount of discussion with our community members. I wish all our community members happy holidays and a great start to the weekend. But having said that, make sure that you come back for the third live streaming session as well. So this is Harsh signing off from this particular live streaming session, and I will see you in the next live stream session. Until then, have a great evening. Namaste and take care. Bye bye.